Yeah, I mean, you've got to figure out if Micah Parsons is going to be used in different places in the way that Danny Quinn used him. You know, remember, Dan is the chess piece. And it was about aggression and attack and try to force you to make bad decisions as a quarterback with Micah. Now, Zimmer's a little bit more of like, we want to confuse you. He would use his linebackers up in the line of scrimmage a little bit more. They play a little bit more zone coverage in comparison to man. So how much does that impact a player like Trevon Diggs, who's coming back from the ACL? Trevon Diggs is a man cover. I mean, he's great at both, but like play man and track the football. And so it's going to be a different defense, but I still think the question marks are there, Greeny. Can you stop the run if we run it right at you? Can you handle the motion? Because you haven't. And then I've said this for 3 years now. When Micah's at linebacker, throw it. When Micah's at defensive line, run it. And so how does that change under Mike Zimmer?
Yeah, when it comes to Zim, that's the toughest defense I've ever played against in my 10 years in the NFL. And there was a lot of it was based off reception. Her Akers magged up in the double A gap. We confused the offensive line to, try to get protections a certain way. They had Harrison Smith as a chess piece to get you to try to change your protections to the right, but then he'll back out and bring the blitz to the left side of the formation. So the learning curve, though, is what I'm worried about for the Dallas Cowboys. Are they going to be up to speed with everything that Zim probably wants to do, or is he going to have to be vanilla so those guys can catch up to him?
Let me get one last thing in here. We showed it to you earlier. The Kansas City Chiefs tonight beginning a quest for what would be an unprecedented three-peat in the Super Bowl era. They are the favorites. That ESPN bet, the team they beat last year, is next. The team that play tonight, the Ravens, are sitting right there behind them. So I've asked everyone for their Super Bowl predictions, and let's get them up there on the screen. You got J-Mac. You like the Ravens to win this thing over the Lions. I see a couple of Kansas Cities up there. Somehow mine didn't make it. I've got the Jets beating the Packers. But we're looking at a couple of Kansas Cities. Dan, you think it happens, the three-peat?
I do. I think they're a better football team than they were last year, specifically on the offensive end, and they're the team that you got to go beat, and he's the quarterback that you got to go chase down. It's like Tiger Woods back in the day. Go try and beat him. I have them in the AFC Championship game. I think I took the Houston Texans versus the Kansas City Chiefs, and then Detroit, Philly in the NFC title game.
I like that, and I hear what you're saying. I look at it. There's still some question marks on defense. And hey, Marshall, what you said about adding Derrick Henry, he's a luxury piece. They didn't need him necessarily, but they have him now. I think he can be the one to get him. He likes balls of our team like the Niners.
I'm a reporter. I'm a writer at heart. Listen, this storyline of the San Francisco 49ers having all this turmoil, all these questions.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome, as we come to you from Commanders Field here in Landover, Maryland. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now Fields, wide open as Watkins. He's got him. Down the right sideline and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Quez Watkins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the end zone, here's Devin Tompkins. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Daniels now on 1st and 10. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Steeler defense coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending?
This is intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Here we go, son. 319 is what? West right there. Right there. 52, right there.
To throw is Fields. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
On 1st down, it's Fields. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Waddle from 17 yards out. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
To throw is Daniels. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's third down. You look at this Steeler defense. This unit, third best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Now Daniels. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To the air goes Daniels. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Dragon 60. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41.
Here's Daniels. Ertz over the middle. And he's brought down. The rookie from LSU leading this offense well. A good throw there leads to a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a throw here, hauled in. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
41's coming. 41's the mic. Rip right. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Daniels looking to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Alex Highsmith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game pass.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Fields. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. But that is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And there he goes left side. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. Touchdown. Darnell Washington. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And it looks like the defense has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Daniels. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 28-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Out to his left. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Running on first down, Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Push him back. 41 Mike, right here. 41.
Now a second down throw for Daniels.
That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down, Daniels.
Screen play to McAllister. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Back to throw. Daniels. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. 19 light. We got 25 to Mike.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And it'll be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
On 2nd and 10, Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's Warren. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10.
Now a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Fields.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Play action. It's Fields.
His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Now a 2nd and 10. Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Now it's Fields.
He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That one goes for 24 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Flush to his right.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Forced out to his left. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Flushed out right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Working out of the gun, Daniels. But it's caught. Tompkins. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7. In motion goes Raymond. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Zach Ertz. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be...
To sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive, so you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He finds his man complete. It's Watkins.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Fields. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Fields now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jeremy Chinn in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A 1st down throw for Daniels. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60.
They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Looking to throw. Daniels looking for Dotson, and he's got him. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson. 58 yards. And the Commanders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now at Commanders Field. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On play action, Fields completes Austin here over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A handoff for Warren. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Fields throw is taken in by Waddle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Back to throw. Fields eluding the pressure right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. He got 29 yards that time. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And it's caught, and they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Running left, it's Warren. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. On first down, Fields. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw brought in by Austin. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. To throw is Fields. That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Daniels. He completes it to Tompkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Daniels now to throw on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw is Daniels. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Big yardage that time for Washington. 53 yards. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the status